Hello and welcome to today's episode of Untold Stories Project. Tonight we're presenting a new episode of Born and Rage, our World of the Apocalypse game set in White Wolf's World of Darkness. My name is Jonesy, and I will be your storyteller for this adventure. A quick note for those unfamiliar with the World of Darkness: it is a horror setting, and our players will take on the roles of monsters, in this case, werewolves. Um, and deal with the darker elements of the modern day world that we know of. Since this is a horror game, the game can deal with blood and gore and some elements of body and psychological horror. Um, we do want to let everyone know that before we jump in case those aren't things that you enjoy. If not, maybe you want to check out one of our other games, as we do have a couple other cool, awesome games that we're running on this channel. With that, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, and I'm going to kick it over to my group to introduce themselves, starting with uh, my on-screen right, I guess. That would be Alex.
Hi, everybody. I'm Alex, and I will be playing the part of Darren, who is a former New York City homicide detective turned werewolf turned malcontent, who's just happy to finally be back in a car, even though his allies tried to steal one when he has a good credit score.
Hi, everybody. I'm Aaron. I am playing Kennedy. Kennedy is a former Irish dance champion who had her career disrupted when she found out that she was a Fianna Galliard because they don't like people wolfing out in the middle of a reel. I don't know why.
Hello, everybody. I'm playing Killian. He is a Glasswalker Ragabash, the wily coyote of the group, if you will. And he was upset that he wasn't allowed to steal a car after all the other crime that was recently committed.
Hmm. I'm Rowan and I'm playing Fia. I am the silent strider of the pack, and I don't really think I have many opinions about the stealing of a car. Um, got a lot of other things on my mind, trying not to get killed by saying the wrong thing at the wrong time, and yeah, we're just along for the ride. It'll be great, you know.
Oh, with that, thanks everyone for introducing yourselves. With that, I did want to point out a couple other quick things. Again, thank you for joining in tonight. We are a small independent channel, and relatively new one at that. And our goal is to highlight games and settings that we don't get as much love on stream. And to that end, we would like to ask that you let your friends and fellow gamers know that we're out there. Spread the word and come join us. We either by following or subscribing or just even posting on social media that, hey, check out this game, especially if you know any World of Darkness fans. So, uh, and with that, we'll go ahead and jump in. As our heroes have mentioned, they are on a dark and lonely highway in the northern wilds of Canada. Having recently uncovered, escaped, survived. How I'm not sure how they would like to put it, but an encounter with a couple of Banes and Black Spiral Dancers.
Survived
Maybe?
works. I'm comfortable with survived.
I think swerved. I think swerved is my verb of choice for what we did in that situation.
I
So.
like limit testing.
So yes, last episode they had managed to make their way up to a strip mine, which they uncovered. As they uncovered, they found some dark secrets about what is transpiring there. It is controlled by a subsidiary of um, Pentex, and it's currently might have a giant unearthly egg-shaped giant meteorite in the middle of a uranium strip mine that they're might be trying to do something shady with. And the party managed to grab and steal the cab of an 18-wheeler and managed to make their way a little bit south with an elder from the Sept of the Green that was looking for them. And we end it with them driving on a dark, deserted highway late at night in a rental car, just trying to figure out where they're going to go next, whether it be making a getaway for one of the major cities nearby to see if they can round up some allies, or possibly going back to the Sept of the Winter Wolf and hope that they can talk them into listening to them, possibly. Is there anything anyone wanted to add?
I think that is about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of it also still depends on what information we end up getting shared amongst the group, because most of us still don't know what Killian found in the trailer.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
So currently in the rented vehicle, I'll leave it to Darren to figure out what sort of vehicle that is.
Oh, I probably rented some kind of like douchey Ford Escape or something like that.
It's got TVs in the back seats.
100%.
Soccer
It's not quite an Escalade, but it's also not an Escalade.
enough where he could fit the groceries and still take the kids to practice.
So in the car are the 4 pack members, along with Aklon, the stargazer elder from the Septic Green. He is rather injured, and the Fia and a couple others have been kind of keeping an eye on him, tending to him a little bit. He was captured by the Black Spell Dancers and had been tortured somewhat. And also before he got captured, he was attacked by a pack of Black Spell Dancers and heavily outnumbered. So he is suffering multitudes of aggravated wounds. So, and no one in the group has Mother's Touch, which is the Gru gift of healing. So,
And none of us are medical personnel either.
So
We're
true.
all just people trying our best.
Do you guys want to wake him up and ask him what he thinks we should do, or do you think this is another part of the rite of passage?
Oh, does he look injured, or does he look like werewolf injured, where he'll just sleep it off?
yeah, he looks injured. His regeneration does not seem to be keeping it with the current wounds he has. You suspect that is because his host is now they're aggravated. Since they're aggravated wounds, it will take him quite a while to heal those, unless he has some sort of healing through a gift, whether Mother's Touch or a fetish or a talon or something.
Well, Darren, he's bleeding all over the carpet, so we could take him to a hospital if you want. I'm not sure how much werewolf time he needs.
I think taking him to a hospital would be an extremely bad idea.
Probably. That
That's
feels
a whole
like
lot of
feels like
questions
giving
I
up
don't
the feels like giving up the litany or whatever, right?
That's a whole lot of questions I don't think we want to answer.
It's a hunting accident again. See, we both got Glocks. We were hunting criminals.
Yeah, but when they start taking his like vitals and stuff, I don't think he's gonna come back normal.
I'm pretty sure that a bullet wound doesn't look like that.
We got mauled by a grizzly bear. The dumb Americans, right?
I like that one. That's a good one.
No, I don't know. I think we should make our way back to the Sept. They would know what to do.
The green sept or the other sept?
I think the green Sept, but I will leave it up to the group.
I mean, I don't think we're going to exactly be popular going back to the Wendigo. On the other hand, I don't feel good about leaving behind everything that happened there. It's going to take us a couple of days to get back to New York in a car. And they looked like they were close to being able to move that thing.
Do we even know what that thing is?
It was a
No,
monument
but it
to the
seemed
god.
very, very bad.
It was like a very trashy obelisk, like an egg.
Well,
Did you just call it a trashy obelisk, Killian?
Yeah, it wasn't defined. It didn't have any sharp angles. It
Okay.
looked like a first grader's Play-Doh project.
Sure.
I'm going to go on a limb here and say that anything that people try to do blood sacrifices in front of and then are disappointed when it doesn't work can't be good.
All I'm saying is we don't want to bleed the blood sacrifices that make it work.
Well, absolutely not. But again, do we want to have to spend 3 days driving when there's people here who might be able to do something about it?
It's very
Well,
true.
I mean, we could ask the Wendigo, but they were pretty adamant about killing us if they saw us again.
Now, I
Well-
understand, but
I mean, I did have some information from the lady saying that the reason they killed the Wendigo. So
What?
at least we know who did it.
Riverdale, what did you say?
excuse me?
What?
Oh, you think I was just jacking it in the trailer? I went
No,
through
but
all
you
our
haven't told us
files.
what you found.
We were dying, and then we were trying to steal a car.
We were not trying to steal a car. I was borrowing a car.
Yeah.
Well, we did steal the
It's
truck.
first minute of downtime we've had, so let me go ahead and pull up the information here. Oh no. Crap, my laptop's out of batteries. 1 second, let me get the pack out.
If you don't bring battery chargers with you?
There's no outlet in here. I have spare batteries anyway.
Look, I've got a car charger for my phone. Is
Do you
that
have,
going to
like
work?
solar batteries or something?
Yeah, it's... What?
Do you need a micro USB? I've got a micro USB.
You know
I'll
what?
sort of
I'm
fumble with
still-
the radio.
I'm still in shock. I'm ignoring everybody right now. Okay, sorry. I'm looking through my files right now. Where
You
are
can't
we?
just drop something like that. Riverdale did not follow up.
That's true.
You could give us the broad strokes.
The broad
Gets a
strokes
lot.
is I saved it on my desktop and I'm looking for the folder right now. Okay, so the uranium mine has been failing for the last 6 months. I assume they were digging up that big rock. The site manager went missing, and Asira was that lady that killed the other guy in the pit, and she ordered the hit on the Wendigos. And something about Daddy Hydra showing them the $5 footlong. I don't know.
Do you have a mobile version of that proof, or do we need to stop at a library and print it off?
I mean, I have it here, and I can just send it to you via email. Do you want to wake Grandpa up and show it to him?
I mean, when we get to the Wendigo to talk to them about it, I'm assuming we're not going to be able to access it online.
No, they're hard files. It's not internet stuff. It's just a saved PDF and some emails. I have.
I don't know what that means, Riverdale.
It's like paper in electricity.
I think that's even more confusing.
You know what? If we want to go talk to the Wendigos, according to Google Maps, it's going to be faster if we don't take the next exit. So we got to make the choice in like 10 minutes.
Well, if we want to stop whatever they're doing in that uranium mine, I think they're the only allies we have in the area with the numbers that can help us. We could try to get a hold of Bill again, but he was one guy.
True.
I think he also made it clear that no one's going to find him unless he wants them to.
Yeah. So unless he's listening in on what we're up to, which he might be, I don't know. Do you think Bill's like Santa Claus?
We should be so lucky.
No, I don't think Bill's Christian.
Well, that's certainly true.
Just
Um,
don't- It's fine.
Well, I think if the PAC's consensus is to go and do something about that monstrosity in the woods, in the mine, we should talk to the Wendigo and try to clear up this situation.
Yeah, didn't you promise you'd figure it out? And look, we figured it out for him.
Fine.
Well, I don't know about it, but do a UE. I don't know if it's illegal.
Can you use your phone to talk to the people you knew back in New York?
Yeah. I mean, I'll send another email out. He was checking on us if we're okay. I really didn't give him an update since we went off to the mine late at
You might
night.
want to let him know that we found Akalon too.
Oh yeah, here. I'm gonna like prop up his head and like take a picture. And that's an attachment I'm gonna send off.
So, you shoot off your email to Victor. Was there anything specific other than the picture of Akalon that you were gonna mention to him? Are you gonna give him the?
I'll just attach all the files. that I pulled from the computer, or just send him multiple emails, whichever is faster.
Okay. Yeah. So 5 minutes later, you get a text message response from Victor. So you sent him all the files. Did you tell him what your plan is?
No. I'm gonna see what he says first.
His response is going to be, "Where are you currently? What is the pack's next action?"
I'll just reply to Wendigos. Question mark Wendigos.
Do you think they'll listen? Question mark.
I'll just type back. It's a 50-50. I mean, they're gonna kill us before we get to New York anyway, so might as well go die over there if we can maybe do something.
Well, if you can convince them, I'll rally the troops here, so that we can supply backup to help them take out this thing. Question mark.
Fang? Question mark is very true. I'll get back to you once we are close to the Wendigo settlement. Actually, do you have the coordinates for that? We were just lost in the woods.
Good point.
Let me check with Evan.
Okay. Guys, since he's talking to Evan, he's gonna get an address for us.
Oh, is there an address for clearing in the middle of the woods?
Oh
Well,
yeah,
we can
it's
at least
Murder
get the-
Boulevard.
We can at least get a relative proximity. I suspect that if we get out of the car and start walking towards them, they'll find us plenty fast.
That's the worst situation. I think we won't
And
find them.
you do know there will be a point where you will have to ditch the car because you'll not be able to drive all the way up to the actual sept.
Yeah.
Okay.
Several minutes later, he responds with some general, with a Google map and a little pin dropped on it to give you an idea where roughly around here. I'm explaining things to Evan. Let them know that if necessary, use Evan's name.
Can you write us a formal letter of introduction?
No, but the name Evan Heals the Past should get their attention.
Evan heals the past. Okay. Perfecto. I'm gonna go ahead and get through the middle console and slap my phone into the phone holder. It's like, there you go, Darren. Just drive to the pin.
All right. About how far away are we, Jonesy?
You are several hours away.
Okay. Well, if everybody wants to snuggle up and take a nap, it might be the last time we can rest for a while.
That's probably a good idea.
With that, everyone should get back 2 willpower points. One for finding Alkalon and basically getting out of the pit area, and generally uncovering what happened to the, and then the other ones for uncovering what happened to the Wendigo pups.
We did it. Lo hicimos.
Ooh, when does rage come back, Jonesy?
When you get angry.
When you get angry, also the sight of your auspicious moon, things like that.
Okay.
Unfortunately, your auspicious moon is not currently. It's Galliard still.
Again.
And I've got aggravated damage. Is that going to heal on its own, or am I in the same boat Akalon's in?
That will heal eventually, but it takes a long time unless you have it healed through
Magic.
through gifts or yeah.
Here, let me take the cigarette lighter out of the console. Darren, let me fix that for you.
I'm all right, thanks.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Let's see if that gets you some rage back.
Oh shit!
So, with that, you spend the next couple hours driving back up the north uh, route that you came from, and you do need to ditch the car at some point. You do have the option of ditching it not too far from uh, the small little town you were at, if that's where you want to ditch it. It's probably the closest place.
We can get your girlfriend to watch it, Darren.
I don't have a girlfriend. What are you talking about?
Diana from the diner, right?
Takes
She's
a
a nice
little
lady.
more than that to actually form a relationship.
Yeah. I bet you could use a new ride too.
I'm not stealing an Enterprise car.
You're not stealing it.
You're borrowing it.
Yeah, this is what the Enterprise car is for. Would you rather us ditch it in the side of the woods and have it broken and ruin your credit score?
No, my intention is to return it when we get back to civilization.
Exactly. So we'll pick it back up and we'll return it after your girlfriend uses it for a bit.
So, with that, you make your way back to these not far from Quarters Pass, where you can ditch the car if you like in a relatively safe and somewhat secure area. Not relative being the key term here. And you proceed to head on off to the north, I believe.
West?
Southwest. should be
Southwest, slightly
Southwest.
Southwest. Yes, yes. As you head off and proceed to track through the woods again once more. Was there anything specific the pack would like to do while you're traveling? And are you? And then the other question is, are you taking Akalon with you? Because he's injured, but he's not injured enough that he can't
right.
move. Or are you going to ask him to stay hidden near the town?
Honestly, I think we should give him the choice. He knows more about this than we do.
I think we should bring him. Because then he's a valuable hostage in the war. Instead of us just getting slaughtered on sight. No offense, Akalon.
Oh,
I mean,
Riverdale's an insurgent.
it's a bloody awful way to phrase it, but I don't know that Killian's entirely wrong. They are going to listen to your renown better than they listen to us.
So with that, you're proceeding to go on. So on the route up there, you had planned to crash a little bit. Was anyone going to take an opportunity to do that?
I'm
Yes.
driving because I didn't put them on the insurance.
I will definitely take an opportunity to rest if I can, since I'm still down stamina, so I'm getting tired and wiped easier than normal.
I didn't get hit, but I'm greedy. I'll sleep.
Okay. So as you were doing that, you did catch up on some rest, and while you were doing that, you did have a couple of dreams. There's things are still fuzzy on whether or not they're actually dreams or not. But with various events going on, Kennedy, you did have a couple more snippets of Belfast in the 1960s. This time, you were running around with a rifle and taking pot shots at soldiers. And Killian, you were once again stalking the streets of Victorian London. And this time, you had a pack with you. And you were hunting down a gentleman running around killing people. And when you finally cornered him, he seems to have been wearing a long coat and the short cape over it, and stalking the streets of London with a wolf mask. And when you did finally, you and your pack finally managed to subdue him, you did realize that he was kinfolk, and so you turned him over to the local sept, and they were going to turn him over to someone to see if they can help him. It seems that he was a lost cub, got driven mad. So, and these are like fleeting images that kind of recall sleepily as you make your way out of the car, park it, and start hiking through the snow, back on the way to the Sept of the Winter Wolf. So, as you're making your way along, off in the distance, it is gray and overcast, and you do hear the occasional wolf howl ringing out and being echoed in return by someone else.
Well, here we go.
That's not a good sign.
Kennedy is going to hang near the back of the pack.
I am gonna hang near the Darren of the pack.
I will hang near the. I will hang in the dad position. I will stand in the front of the pack.
Yay!
So, now, are you? What is the current plan? So you're hiking through the snow, trying to head in the direction of the Winter Wolf. Were you going to try to approach it at a specific time? Did you want to time it so that you got there at nightfall, or during the day, or what was the pack thinking in that regard?
I think daylight seems the
I think
less
speed is really the key. It's,
Yeah.
you know,
I think as fast as we can get there is the best way.
We're just going.
Yeah, well, we're doing this so we can avoid the obelisk being activated. So we should go quickly.
Okay.
Where do I need to go quickly? What?
well, not quicker than the rest of us, though.
Southwest via southwest. Go.
All right, give it.
So as you're making your way through, keeping basically trying to putting due haste over stealth, you're definitely hiking your way through. When you the howls that you heard earlier seem to be closer, and the gray overcast seems to get a little heavier, a little darker. And you hear a distant rolling of thunder. And as you're hiking through the forest area, you see a group of people approaching through the forest in your direction.
Oh no.
Stay back, everybody. Just be careful.
What form are we in? We Hamid?
I'm gonna say Hamid. That makes us the least threatening.
Okay. Well, Aklon, you and Darren can be right up here, right up front.
So, with that, you
I will take my gun out of the holster and throw it down on the ground.
I am not a silly person. I'll leave it in the holster in my jacket.
What are you doing?
He's
I mean, though we're not threatening.
Yeah, he's making us look not threatening.
Oh, okay, sure.
If we were in lupus form, I'd roll over on my back, right? Kick my legs up in the air.
You could still get on your knees.
Do you ever like not use your ideas in a verbal way?
No, I'm a pretty direct from brain to action kind of being.
You should consider not.
Careful, Fia. Darren doesn't know what a PDF is. This is all a gamble.
So with that, you see that group kind of hangs back a little bit. One of them begins to walking towards you. He is he isn't he is a human. Is wearing long he has long straight black hair, and seems to be wearing a loose heavy button-up shirt, kind of a plain blue, and wearing dark jeans and big boots. Does not seem to care about the snow, for what it's worth. And as he approaches, you do see that he is armed, with it looks like a rather large size knife, oversized knife. And he just looks pissed.
Now, I know you said that you'd kill us if we ever came back, and I am sorry to be coming back, but we have evidence of what happened to your cubs. And we know who is truly responsible for it, and we want to work together to bring them to an end.
So, as he's approaching, you do recognize him from the Sept, but he's not the elder you first were thinking he was going to be. As he gets a little closer, you get a better look at him. He is actually the younger Arun that originally had come to the cave to call you to speak to the elders.
Okay.
So he's like, enough of the lies. You and your Sept can't not lie. It's not within your nature.
In our defense, we haven't been here to lie since we followed your instructions and left. I don't know what you've heard from New York, but that doesn't have anything to do with us. I can only tell you the evidence that we have gathered ourselves.
And what fake evidence might this be? More Walker, and he looks over to Killian, kind of nods and says, more Walker tricks?
No, I wanted to print it off, but he said that was a dumb idea. Riverdale, get up here.
And when he says that, he's like, more Walker tricks? You hear a thud-dum, a roll of thunder in the background. Fia, you feel something slowly crawling up your back. Little tiny little claws poking into your back as something's making its way up to your shoulder.
Oh, I have a shoulder cat. I really wish my own shoulder cat would show up at that. Good. Hey, buddy.
And as he does, his front kind of goes down a little bit, like he's getting ready, and his back kind of goes up, like he's getting ready to jump a little bit. And he's eyeing the Wendigo in front of you.
What's wrong?
I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him.
Hold on one second. We gotta talk to him first, okay? Do you not like Wendigos?
Crow.
Crow. You said crow before, haven't you?
And as he does, everything gets a little fuzzy for a second for you. And you look out, and you almost feel like you're looking over, but everything seems to have shifted a little bit to the right, just a hair.
Where did I go?
You see the white expanse of the snow, and you see the faint outline of the Wendigo up ahead, and off the distance you can see the faint lupus forms of his pack mates. But everything has that kind of glowy, like, haze to it, like you're in the Umbra.
I just wouldn't. What do I?
And up over next on the shoulder of the Wendigo, you see a black bird.
Oh, buddy, no wait.
And there's little flickers of lightning around the edge of the bird's eyes, and they're kind of flickering down his beak and off to rippling off his wings. He's looking at a storm crow in the umbra.
Oh, are storm? I assume storm crows are other spirit guides like him.
Yep,
That's what I
they
thought.
can be. Yeah,
Okay, well I'm gonna like kind of hold on to him. Like I'm gonna get you one that you can eat, but let's leave that one be for a second, cause we've kind of made them mad enough. Also, am I in the umbra like totally?
no, you're actually for half a second your vision shifted, so you were looking through his eyes.
Oh my gosh, you are a really cool little buddy, aren't you? I feel like I should have like a piece of string or something to like dangle in front of him. Like, take this thing.
He's like, but he's not Wendigo spirit. He's Stormcrow.
Is that bad? You gotta explain to me, buddy. I'm very. I'm also a baby.
I serve Owl, right?
Yeah,
And Striders serve Owl.
that's what I am.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
But
Stormcrow serves Thunder.
interesting.
Wendigo don't serve Thunder. Wendigo serve Wendigo.
So do Striders not get along with them?
Thunder is like Storm, unpredictable.
I really want to know where you get all of your knowledge.
I serve Owl. Owl is wise.
Do I ever get to meet Owl to tell me these things too?
Yes, you can meet Owl.
When can I meet Owl? What? Yeah.
You
What?
can meet Owl and other totem spirits. Like well, not like Thunder, because Thunder is like the storms. Quick and brooding and he seems like he's looking for words like how to explain this because his vocabulary why big is not extensive.
Oh, that's okay. I was like, well, Sarah, I think that maybe after we finish this conversation, we should, maybe me and you should go look for Owl and talk to him.
But I want to pounce on Stormcrow.
I know you do. I want to do too.
So while that is going on, they're having their conversations, it definitely seems like you look over, you can see Fia. It seems like she's having she's having a very in-depth internal monologue. The rest of you, Killian, apparently has thrown his hands up and
Look, I understand the reason you have to doubt us, and I'm sorry that the evidence we have did come from Weaver Tech, but we found what we found. We wanted to bring it to you, and we did so knowing full well that your response might be to kill us. But if our lives are the price it takes to bring this greater threat to your knowledge, it might be worth it.
At least to get somebody to deal with what's going on down there in that mine.
Nobody wants a war between the tribes except for our enemies. They're the only ones who serve to benefit.
so with that, I will need a roll from someone. The pack can decide who will lead this particular charge.
Oh
I
boy.
do have the gift of persuasion, whatever that means.
I feel like using a gift is probably a phenomenally bad idea.
I honestly thought you were gonna say roll for initiative.
Uh,
I think Darren's gifted enough to talk this way.
so, I will need. Well, I guess it depends. This is where I'm gonna leave it to whoever's, you know, who's gonna. You basically the pack needs to pick someone as the representative, but
We need
I'm
a
going
martyr.
to. I'm going to need basically you need to basically persuade him to that you're basically need to go see the elders. So, are you trying to just be honest about the situation, or are you actually trying to manipulate him into letting you go?
Oh, I
No,
think
I'm being honest about the situation.
yeah, absolutely. There's
Okay.
no subterfuge here.
I vote them co-leaders. I'm gonna lean to Killian's. I don't know about you, but I don't. They should do the talking. They
Okay.
should-
So with that, we're going to have you roll manipulation because you're basically trying to talk him into listening to you. But I will have you use.
Russian?
Could an argument be made for charisma?
Yes, an argument could be made for charisma, and I'm going to say expression or performance.
Oh, I'm not good at either of those.
I'm good at both of those, but I think you probably have the higher charisma.
I do charisma and leadership.
Let's say I can get a six dice pool for manipulation and expression.
That's more than I can do. I can do a 3 for charisma, and I don't have any dots in expression or performance.
I mean, I could do performance, but if I can do performance, I've got 7 dots.
Yeah, he did mention performance. So if there's a way for me to roll to aid, I don't know if that's something we can do. With Kennedy taking the lead on the discussion.
Is there, Jonesy? Is there a way he can aid?
Sure. I will say that you can use charisma and leadership, and add your dots for pure breed.
Ooh, how do I add extra dots? Is that just the modifier up to?
Yep. Yes. So, and
Or up
you,
3. I'm a pure breed 3.
Wow.
So with that, yeah, go ahead and for you the difficulty is going to be actually for both of you the difficulty is going to be 7.
Here's my roll to help. 1 success.
You succeeded at least one time.
Hey, that's all that matters. That's all you need.
We'll see.
Except this is an opposed check, but okay.
Oh no. Well, if we die, we die. It was fun.
All right. So what is my modifier then, Jonesy, for my manipulation and performance?
Do you have pure breed as well?
I do. I have. Let me double check. I believe 1 dot, but it might be 2. Let me.
Everybody can enter the dog show.
Hate this character sheet sometimes. I have 1 dot of pure breed. Yeah.
So, yes, so your difficulty is going to be 7 as well.
Okay. And yeah, do I have any modifier other than just my 1 for pure breed?
Just the one for pure breed.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna spend a willpower. I feel like that might matter. All right. Hold on. That was not right because it still has me in Krynos form.
You're not in Krynos form?
I am not in Krynos form. All right. Although that
We're
would have
in
been
non-threatening.
still would have been a good roll with 3 successes, but All right. So manipulation plus expression, modifier 1, difficulty 7. Here goes nothing. It was actually worse. So 2 successes plus the 1 from my willpower. So 3 successes total.
Okay. Killian, while they're trying to talk to that Guru, I need a spot check from you. So if you can go ahead and make me a perception and alertness. Sorry.
These are
alertness.
terrible things. Alertness?
Yeah.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty is going to be 6.
Ooh, I'm feeling lucky. Oh, I'm in the wrong tab. That's why I didn't get it. Ooh, I got 1 success. I see maybe anything.
So, as they're talking, you do notice that the other 4 Guru he was with, the are in lupus form, 2 have gone to your right and 2 have gone to the left of the pack, and they're basically flanking out around the pack.
I feel we're getting flanked.
I'm pretty sure, yeah. Sarah here, and I'm like still trying to, I assume.
How's Gramps dealing with all of this?
He has found himself a walking stick, and he's lazily using that to lean on to kind of keep himself propped up. But so far, he's been relatively quiet. But you do see that he has not been moving a whole lot. But you're quite certain by you look over at him that he is well aware of where every single person is.
Oh, wait. Derek. No, Kennedy.
What?
Kennedy. Ivana heals the past.
What?
What?
Ivana heals the past.
Evan heals the best.
Evan heals the past.
What about it?
Just say it.
Our beanie wearing friend over here wants to say that we speak with a recommendation from Evan Heals the Past.
And with that, you see that as you guys have been, as the 2 of you have been speaking to this Guru, his hand has slowly been inching closer and closer to his knife, which is this close at this point now because you're up talking to him. You can see it's not actually a knife, but a fang dagger.
Great.
As soon as you name drop Evan Heals the Past, his hand stops. What about Evan?
I'm going to grab Killian by his leather jacket and pull him forward. Talk to the man.
He doesn't like me.
That's great. He doesn't have to like you if you have information.
Okay.
I'm not greatly fond of the Geta Fenris of the Fianna either.
Completely understandable. I'm not my biggest fan either. And I'm gonna slowly take off my backpack. Open it up and kick it over so the laptop pops out. And I'm gonna slowly pick up the laptop. And I'm gonna show him the email from Evan, along with some of the evidence showing who killed the pups.
And with that, you've managed to de-escalate the situation. And I'm pretty amazed, actually. And with that,
He wanted us to die.
no, I didn't want you to die. I'm happily surprised as a ST that you managed to talk your way out of that. So,
Yeah.
Ragabash.
with that, the other the other four Guru that were flanking you, the two on the right and two on the left, kind of meander on up. Um, and they they shift up into Hispos Wolf, and you can see all of them are rather large and imposing. Several of them have battle scars from previous fights.
I feel like we were going to add on to those scars the way they were looking at it.
So,
It's nice to think that we would.
so with that,
I appreciate Riverdale's support in our in our belief in our chances.
so with that, you managed to, to talk to them, and they will escort you over to the Sept.
Cool. We're not dying.
So, during the course of your little trek, you find out that the main guy that you were talking to, his name is Ice Dagger, and his deed name is Ice Dagger. Guru tend to take deed names once they've done some specific feat of note, and that applies to all the tribes.
Feels like this man killed somebody with an icicle.
Yeah, probably. You do know that several of and from your point of view, as a glasswalker, most of the glasswalker deed names tend to also sound like bad hacker code call signs. So, just as a note. And this is the Stormwinter pack that he leads, and they lead you back to the Sept of the Green. The Sept of the Winter Wolf. When you arrive, you are greeted by several of the elders. And first, as you approach, they very much, a couple of the local younger Guru immediately shift into Krynos and proceed to head forward. And then Ice Dagger pretty much intervenes, and they start speaking in their local language that I don't think any of you have extra languages. So,
Big python.
While
so-
they are speaking,
Mhm.
Kennedy is going to lean in close to Fia and just kind of quietly say, "If we get out of all of this alive, you and I need to have a talk."
Uh-oh.
I think there are things unsaid between us, and if we're going to die, I don't want them to be unsaid.
So after several moments, the various Guru elders get called forth, and basically you're escorted off to meet with them, to meet with the Council of Five again. This time, they're all in Krynos form, as you're brought forth. And after a few moments, pups of the green step forth, and as they kind of order you to step forth,
We'll do so.
with that, the elders all shift. Three of them shift into Hamlet form. One of them shifts into Lupus form, and the last one stays in Metis. In Krynos. It's obvious that he is a Metis. He does have one messed up arm, which is obviously a birth defect based on the as opposed to a battle scar, based on what you can see.
Oh.
And Ice Dagger says you have something you want to present to us.
Yeah, we definitely do. Riverdale, you want to bring your evidence forward, or give it to me and I'll take it forward?
Here you go.
Yeah.
I guess I'll take the computer from him.
You do realize the rate we're going, Riverdale's going to be his deed name.
So, we did some investigating at a uranium mine northeast of here, and we found a group of black spiral dancers doing some kind of horrible ritual in the crater, in the entrance of the mine. They have some kind of obelisk down there. And the woman in charge claims that she is the one responsible for the death of the Cubs in New York City. And I'll cycle through the different documents.
Based on what the documents say, we think whatever they found down there is something very powerful and of the worm. We could have simply fled, but we felt that this information needed to be brought to someone who might be able to do something about it. Especially with the information that, whether you believe it or not, the Sept of the Green had nothing to do with the murder of your cubs. They are ready if you are willing to assist in taking this threat, but there is a hive of spirals there, and this can't be something that we ignore so that we can kill ourselves.
With that, the elders seem rather reserved, but very, very kind of doing their best to be stoic and impartial. The loss of our pups weighs heavy on our hearts and our souls. But we must address this greater threat if it is to be. With that, we must convene. At this point, it's late in the afternoon. We will meet just before sunset. In the meantime, we'll deliberate. Is there anything else you wish to add to your statements?
Not to overstep, but our elder is bleeding out.
I would like to add that I would like to participate in whatever attack you guys plan on the line.
There is one other thing, actually. There was a pack of Garou spirits who we encountered. They said they were of your kin. They said, well, they didn't say, but they indicated to us that they had also dealt with a terrible bane in this area. We saw the markings at their cairn, and we told them that we would share their story. And if we could do anything to right what happened to them, we would do so.
And do you know where these young ones were?
I mean, we can we can give directions. We can describe. It was a little over a day's travel from when you sent us away, heading to the northwest. And Kennedy will describe what landmarks there were as best she can that Aaron didn't actually get to see.
yeah. You get yes, your character would have actually put a good idea about roughly, and you're pretty sure that if you were to go, you'd be able to find it again if necessary.
Yeah.
So, very well. With that, we will adjourn to discuss amongst yourselves what should occur. Um, and with that, you see a couple kinfolk come up, and they kind of hint that you should go this way, like kind of wave you towards them.
Yeah, yeah. We'll follow.
Whatever keeps me alive. Let's go.
So yes, with that, the you are able to go off and you have a couple hours basically in between now and when they'll meet again, convene shortly before sunset. With that, they will lead you off. At that point, you do meet with a young guru. When she first approaches you, she is in lupus form, and she shifts up into Hamid. She does appear to be probably 15, 16, 17, right in that area. Basically kind of like mid late teens. And she approaches. She kind of is looking over the group. She's like, please come over here. And she kind of leads you off to a little area. There's over near the cave where you first crashed that first day.
Yeah, I was pretty much expecting them to just stick us in the cave again.
As you go over there, you do see that a couple blankets set out. There's a small fire going near the entrance to warm up the area. The blankets near the mouth of the cave are actually propped open, so some of the heat from the fire would actually go into the cave area. There's some food, there's some drink in the cave. It looks like some fresh deer, probably, based on your best guess, and the smell and the sense that you picked up. Now that you have a little bit more familiarity with what various animals smell like, now that you've been lupus for a little while, and have been in lupus form for a little while. And there's some fresh water. And with that, she yells for someone named Micah, and she says, "Oh, my manners. My name is Lisa.
Nice to meet you, Lisa.
I'm one of the other young. Well, not a pup anymore, but younger guru. So, and I am a Theurge, and they've asked me to see if I can help with your friend, and they kind of gesture towards Akalon. I don't know if he's part of your pack or not, but I know he is of your sept. Is it okay if we tend to him as best we can?
Of course.
So, and with that, Mike, it looks over at you. Oh, it looks like Darren looks over to you, Darren. It's like, it looks like you've also seen battle recently.
Yes, I was hurt by the spiral dancers.
Yeah. Well, let's see if we can attend to those. And with that, the two young Wendigo do use Mother's Touch, the gift of Mother's Touch, and start doing the best they can to heal you. Darren, how far are you down?
I have an aggravated wound in my extra bruise and an aggravated wound in my bruise section. So I think 2 aggravated wounds.
Okay. Well, they are able to heal one of those for you.
Thea was also wounded.
Yeah, you said?
Yeah. Yeah, I have 2 bruises.
Were they aggravated or?
I think so. Let me double check. I know I had to hit the box with 2 times.
One of them was definitely aggravated.
Yeah, because it was the silver thingy.
Oh yeah, that's right, for the silver chains.
Yeah, and then I got hit again. So let me just in the combat tab. I don't know. They're both red X's.
Yep,
So
that means they're both aggravated.
Okay.
So yeah, with that, you were both able to be healed of your 2 wounds.
Yay.
So, yay! You see as they're healing uh, your wounds, they just seem like excessive burns or just claw marks, and they heal them. As they're healing Akalon, you actually see that black and greenish pus pours out of the wounds as they're healing him.
Ooh.
He had actually been poisoned as well as with worm toxin as well as the normal wounds. It's just keeping them even more infected and keeping them from healing faster.
Ooh.
So
I don't even feel right about asking about my radiation.
Being a guru is gross.
Yeah.
Roof.
yeah. So was there anything else that you specifically wanted to do?
I'm gonna
Try to-
ask. I'm gonna ask Sarah what she thinks is gonna happen to us.
I thought her name was Lisa.
It was Lisa.
Oh,
Lisa. I'm gonna ask Lisa what she thinks is gonna happen to us.
Darren, don't mess this up already.
So they she I don't know. The elders were rather cross about what happened to the cubs, as you can imagine.
Of course.
But the if that bane up north is as terrible as it seems like it might be, and you have spirals that close, then that is going to be the I mean, I don't know. I hope they can come to some understanding.
I hope so too.
But depending on the circumstances and what might have transpired, then and what might be up that far north, I honestly don't know. I do know that we'll send our own packs to go do what we can, at least, if nothing else.
Well, hopefully you can come with us and we can work together to solve this problem. Be nice to extend a branch between our packs.
I mean, I know it's what several of the older elders were trying when they first made this arrangement with the Septa Green. I mean, as far north as we are, we have limited interactions with the Weaver and things of the Weaver, but even now you can see they're getting closer and closer every day. So this was their way of trying to acclimate the cubs to deal with the changing world that we live in.
Well, if you have any Weaver questions, you should talk to Riverdale, and I'll sort of point over at Killian. He knows all about that crazy technology stuff.
Yep.
If we've got time, then Kennedy's gonna try to pull Fia away. At least into a corner.
Yep, you will have a few moments. Yes.
Fia's very presumably. So out of character, I've never really had a friendship with a character that is not in game, like Sarah or something. So I'm like trying to figure out how much of that, whatever. But Sarah, words are really hard, guys. Really
It's a Monday.
It's a Monday. Really hard. Ideally, Fia would be trying to talk to Sarah more about Owl and like where to find him and like if she could find him somewhere, sort of thing. So she probably looks like she's talking to herself a lot, I would think.
Yeah.
Okay.
So as basically your little ally, your little spirit ally, will basically give you the basic rundown. Is that each of the Gru tribe have powerful totems that they serve indirectly or directly, depending on the case may be. And packs also serve different totems, which are very, very powerful spirits that all in turn serve Gaia. And so there's various ways you can you can meet incarnations of or incarna of these various totems. Most of them are through Umbral quests, because while you've been to the Umbra, you've been to what they call the near Umbra. There are far deeper realms you can go into that actually are almost planes on them on their own. There are whole realms within the Umbra that you can actually breach and go into. Some
Well,
of them good, some of them bad, some of them very bad.
oh boy. Well, Thea wants to go wherever there's more of her. So it's probably very interested in talking with Sura about getting there safely or getting deeper in there safely, maybe. Um,
Yeah, and so you're having that conversation about how do you travel through the Umbra and how do you get to these deep realms and what are they and stuff. And your familiar ally is trying really hard to explain this, but his vocabulary is very limited,
yeah.
and so because most of it's instinct for him. So
Poor baby.
yeah.
Poor baby.
So while that's going on, you're kind of off to the side there. The young Wendigo are tending to your to Darren and Aklon afterwards when Kennedy approaches you.
You seem to be busy, but do you think you might have a few minutes to talk?
Uh, yeah, yeah. What's up?
When we were in the house, you made a comment to me about not being used to having people who cared about me. When I tried to tell you that I was doing all right. And you're right. I'm not used to having close friends. But more to the point, I'm not. What were you trying to say when you said that you cared about me?
It was just a statement, I guess. I mean, of course, I care about you. We've the only two that have really spent time together, and to be totally honest, I'm not entirely sure how it feels to have people care either. I don't know. Being in a group is different for me. And the rules of this new world that we're in are also very different to me, so I don't know what I guess what you want me to say.
I'm not entirely certain. I thought perhaps you meant more than just.
Oh, you mean like Thea's just gonna try to give you a kiss.
I was just going to say, Kennedy's going to shut you up with a kiss at this
Oh,
point.
okay. Well then, okay. All right. There you go. I don't know like what the werewolf things are, so I'm like, oh wait.
No, we absolutely should not be doing this, but
The Black Furies might have something to say about that. So
Well, yeah, no, yeah, like, yeah, I'm into you. But don't read too much into that care statement. I mean, you can, but
all right. Like I said, if they're going to kill us, I just didn't want this to not get an answer, and I'm not unhappy with what the answer was.
great. real quick, I'm gonna kind of like say this real hush, like, I, I do care, and I don't want you to get hurt in all this, but I'm not trying to go back right now. And I just want you to be prepared for that. Because as much as I do care, I feel like I have to go do some things somewhere else.
If you have a spirit quest, I can wait for you.
All those things that people do in this world, because that seems right, I guess.
Or maybe I can come with you. We can talk about it more when it's time for you to go.
Yeah, that.
Assuming we all live to see the dawn, and in any case.
Yeah. Yes, Thea's just like, man, I really want to go on a run, like right now. I don't care if we just like.
I would join you, but I think that they might object at the moment.
Are they all staring at us now?
No, actually, they're not. The rest of the pack is talking amongst themselves or talking to Lisa and Micah.
Oh.
So.
Well, okay,
Alright.
then just like one more before they pay attention, and then.
I'll be honest, I'm looking only at you. I don't care what anyone else is looking at.
So.
That's nice.
All right.
So while that was going on, Darren, you were talking to Lisa about what you think that the elders might do, or what follow up might be. Killian, was there anything specific you were wanting to do or wanting to look into? You might be on mute.
How about now?
Oh, I can hear you now.
There we go. Not really. I think I'm just gonna try to ask Lisa if she can bring us some food. It's been a long night.
Yeah. So with that, you do manage to rest for a little bit, and shortly before sunset, you once again are called forth by the elders to meet with them. And they gather the five of you at this point. And in front of the Wendigo elders. Greetings, young ones. We have deliberated based on the evidence that you've presented to us, and based on the sincerity of what you speak and how you speak, and the honor of which you carry yourselves, and the honor of the blood that flows through your veins. And they said that as they said that they narrow in on Darren and Kennedy, with people who have purebred. We accepted the evidence that you brought before us.
So what's the plan?
We are going to reopen the Moon Bridge and speak to the elders from the Sept of the Green. And with that, they stand up and goes, "Please follow us." And as they walk off, they head back to the route on the edge of the Cairn, back towards edge of the meeting area, back towards the heart of the Cairn, where they reach the Pathstone, where you first emerged in the wilds of Canada.
Oh,
Near
thank
the tree
God
line.
we're going home.
Nope.
Thank God.
And with that, you see another elder Guru, and she stands up, and as she does, she looks like she has a staff that has lots of Guru glyphs carved into it, up the side of it, and she speaks, and as she speaks forth, you hear a soft, uh, quiet howl, ever so faintly, echo through the cairn. And as they do, you see the glyphs on the pathstone light up, and the swirling silver light appears glow appears above it. As it swirls open, you see it looks like a group of elders from the Sept of the Green step forward. As you look up, you do see your friend Victor, elder of the Glasswalkers. You also see Evan Hills the Past, and with that, Victor looks over to you, Killian, and it looks like he's got a small backpack with him, and throws the backpack towards you.
Ooh, it's Christmas. I'll go ahead and open it up.
Inside is another winter coat.
Oh, thank God.
Inside is some fully charged extra laptop and phone batteries. Inside is some trail mix.
Yay, trail mix!
Born anew. God bless.
So, and several other elders come forward, and we will, and they turn, and as they turn, we'll be convening a council, a war council tonight, and with that, we would like the five of you, looks including Apollon, the five of you to attend, and to tell us in detail what you know, as far as the numbers that of the enemy, the amount of enemy, what basically any other details that you can supply.
Yeah, we'd be happy to.
Everything we can think of.
And with that, you see as the rest of the elders kind of step through, the moon bridge is still open, and it kind of shivers and shifts a little bit. And as you see Micah, the young lad Micah, come walking forward with Lisa, and they speak momentarily to the elders, and then they jump into the moon bridge and disappear. We're sending for additional reinforcements. So, with that, as the sun starts going down and the moon starts coming up, they take you to a great big bonfire area. There's 3 big bonfires going around the edge, and in the center is a large stump that's been of a cut down tree. The stump is probably a good 9 feet across. And on it, there laid out on it is maps and stuff of the area. And as you approach, you see Victor is reaching into a bag that he has, and he's pulling out satellite maps of the region of the area, and all sorts of other documentation as they roll out the map and start discussing. And they will start asking for details such as, like, this is what we know so far. The area is hard to get good satellite images of, where was the thing that you saw? Things like that.
I will give my best officer on the scene breakdown for them.
And with that, as you start giving the breakdown to the elders, so they can start prepping the war council, we will go ahead and take our quick 5-minute break, and we'll be back in a few. so we can refill our drinks and stretch our legs for a moment. And a big thank you to all those followers we picked up tonight. Super excited.
Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, followers.
Yeah, thanks, guys. And we do have a special little thing in our. Just stick around and watch the ad reel for a bit, if you can. And we will be back in just a few minutes.
Welcome back, everyone. Thank you for sticking with us as we go and refill our drinks and stretch our legs for a few, and as we dive into our next half of our for tonight's game, which is the lead into our big season finale next week. So with that, the pack been pulled to the war council, and you're speaking with the elders of the Sept of the Winter Wolf and the Sept of the Green as you're perusing maps and talking about the current known conditions of the strip mine. With that, one of the elders steps forth and speaks. We have reached out to our allies at the Sept of the Green, and they have put forth the call, and they will be joining us as we battle the great battle, the coming battle against the worm. We have also reached out to our sisters and brothers at the Sept of Finger Lakes, and they too will be heeding the call and joining us. And there's a big from the crowd as hands go up and howls let loose as everyone cheers for the coming together of the Gru. Tomorrow night we will launch our assault under the light of the Philodox moon, as we call forth justice and balance and restore balance to the order. With that, we do have a few other details to suss out for tonight to finalize the battle for tomorrow's coming battle. We do have a few other things we must attend to. To that end, we would like to call forth Fia of the Silent Striders, Killian of the Glasswalkers, Darren of the Get of Fenris, and Kennedy of the Fianna.
I suppose we'll step forward.
Who's ready to go to the principal's office, everybody?
Yeah, for a
So we're
second.
gonna get executed.
Because it's not just me.
Nope. You have fought bravely and have overcome many challenges that were unexpected and you could not plan for. That is the mark of a true Gru: perseverance and diligence and cunning. You uncovered a great plot of the worm to unleash one of the five known talons. And to that end, we would like to recognize you as full members of the Gru. We wish to complete the formal rite of passage this evening. So, add a character, I did just unlock a handout for all of you. The rite of passage is actually not only just a mission that you're sent on, but an actual ritual that is performed at the end of it, which bestows on you the full honorifics of being a rank 1 Guru. They will, in the formal presentation, there will be, it's a call and response. They will ask a question, and as a pack, you will respond. And I gave you a cheat sheet with what that is.
Oh, good.
So back to Elder Voice. With that, do you accept the mantle of Guru?
We do.
We
I do.
I do. I do.
And with that, then we will commence the final rite of adulthood on you.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
What happens if we don't? I'm not saying that I don't. Just like I'm just curious.
Then technically you stay a cub, and you don't get the respect and access and privileges that come with being a guru, a rank 1 guru.
I see. This makes sense. Okay, thank you. And I'll fall back in line.
Um, so with that, kind of clears his throat, and as he does, you see that the elders of the Winterwolf Sept are joined by Akalon and Mother Larissa and Victor Helms and a few others, and Evan Hills the Past from the Sept of the Green, so that you actually have all of the elders from both Septs overseeing your right, which is, highly unusual and not in a bad way. It's just not common. So, so with that, as you step forward, the Phaladox of the group steps forward, and he's like, "Who steps from the shadows?"
We who are
We
who are not
now
what we once were.
were.
Good.
The joys of internet. Who comes in the night hungry and cold?
We
We
who
do
do
not
not
hunger
hunger for prayer or warmth,
or
warmth.
warmth,
seek wisdom
the
this night.
wisdom this night.
And night.
Who comes before us wounded and dying?
We
We
who have fought
fought the worm and yet live. We who tend our own.
Yet lived.
Ragabash.
Who comes before this fire nameless?
we who
We-
are without a name, yet seek
Pick
one.
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 Who comes in the light of the rising moon?
We who
We
have fought the bitter
the
battle.
bitter battle.
Who comes in the glory of our mother?
Your children once,
once,
but never again.
Again.
Who comes before us warriors, children no longer?
We
We
do.
do.
We do.
We are a
We are
pack.
We are a pack.
So let it be sung, so be it. Welcome, young pups, and no longer pups no longer. And with that, howls of joy go out amongst members of both the Septs who have joined so far. And as you hear the howls and joyous and music kicks off, and from the various galliards in the area, as they begin to celebrate. It's a great day to welcome new Guru, and they wanted to make sure that you were. And as they pull you along aside, Victor pulls you aside. It's like, you've done well, and the Sept of the Green has taken note. We are quite proud of what you've done and what you've accomplished. We wanted to make sure that you were honored appropriately and treated with the respect that you deserve before the coming battle. Tomorrow night, we do plan on assisting the Winterwolf Sept, along with our brothers and sisters from the Sept of Figure Lakes, in the assault against the worm up north.
We just survived. That's all we did.
Sometimes that's what you need to do. So, I just wanted to make sure that you knew that your deeds have not gone unnoticed amongst the elders of our Sept. And he kind of looks over and kind of half smiles to Killian, especially amongst the walkers.
Sorry to interrupt.
Certainly, Fia. How can I assist?
Kind of. Not that I don't appreciate all of this, but is there a way I don't have to do all this war stuff? I feel like I have a lot of spiritual questions. You know, there's been a lot going on with me personally in this Umbra world. But I kind of feel curious about some other things. Like, again, not that I don't appreciate all of your help, but and your willingness to like let me help with other things, but is there anything else to this, I guess, stuff?
I mean, everything's a war and everything's a battle. It depends on what the battlefield is. Sometimes the battlefields are literally fields of battle. Sometimes they're corporate boardrooms and back alley deals, and sometimes they're spiritual quests for the souls of our own souls or the souls of our allies and loved ones.
Well, how do you know if you have a spiritual quest then? Feels very. I keep hearing this all of a sudden. Is that how I know?
And I think part of that depends on and if you feel a pull and a culling that's beyond the normal call of battle, I would suspect. I can definitely arrange for you to speak to some of the other theurges once we get back, if that you'd find that of use.
Yes, actually. If you actually light up, that would be wonderful.
I mean, I would like to assist, but I am well.
Not a theurge. That's okay.
No, yes, I am a rune. So, most of the battles I fight in the boardrooms and cutting off resources and things like that of our enemies. But I obviously am skilled in arms and combat as well. And like I said, everyone hears the call and answers the call differently. But it's always a call of battle, just the nature of the wars we fight. Now, I do know that tomorrow night you will be asked to handle a specific task.
Me personally, or everyone here?
Your pack.
Oh, okay.
And while not required, you might want to give some consideration to what you'd like to name your pack. Just as a point of order. At some point, the Galliards will begin to hound you if you don't name your pack, because they will want to tell your stories. And the pack with no name does not make for good storytelling.
It worked for Mr. Eastwood.
What?
Right? It sure did work for Mr. Eastwood.
Yes.
Kennedy's got good taste in movies. I like that.
Yes, and if 27 other Glasswalker packs hadn't beaten you to that punch already, that might be something.
I suppose that's a fair point.
So we can't be the pack with no name, but can we be the Dirty Harrys?
No.
So, we're stuck with each other now. We're a pack. What is the difference between this pack you speak of and what, like, the Sept of the Green is? Is that just one larger pack? Like, are we all...
So the Sept is where we call home. The Sept is our community. We're basically it's a pack of packs, for lack of a better term. And while you are of this pack for now, you're not forever bound to it. You can choose to leave said pack, and sometimes packs disband for various reasons, and sometimes packs reform or shift, as the case may be, depending on the nature of the pack. Sometimes packs join with other packs. It just depends on what the circumstances are. I mean, there are sadly more than a few packs that have lost too many members to hold together. Are there too many painful memories? So it just depends. And now, while you are a pack now, and if you wish to remain a pack, most based on your shared experience, most packs do stay together, but they are like family. So you are welcome to ditch out on your family. There are more than a few that have done that, for good or for bad.
Thanks, Dad.
Are you looking at Darren when you say that, or?
I'm looking at God because I'm angry.
I
Well,
see.
Or isn't it? Can't it also be a little bit like going away to college and coming back?
Yes, I mean, there's nothing that says that you have to spend every waking moment with your pack. Think of it as your family. You don't, as adults, do you spend every moment of your time with your parents, your aunts, your uncles, your cousins? I certainly don't. If I did, there'd be far less guru. So, but tomorrow night, I do know they will ask you to seek out the elder, since you have laid eyes on her.
We have.
No,
Never
at
mind.
least at least that's how it was explained to me, that you spotted the one woman that you believed was this Zara that you.
No,
She was something.
we did.
I don't know if she was the elder or if she was a worm, but she was something.
She is the one that they the closest to the elder that we know of, and I know that your pack would be tasked to try to basically lead the frontal assault against her, while several others go after some of the into the warrens to flush out the Banes and Black Spot Dancers. And I know that the Black Furies from the Sept of the Finger Lakes are being called in to specifically go after the artifact.
So you guys want us to take on the elder of the pack? It seems like a
Well-
big ask right after our rite of passage.
Well, we're asking you to help lead the charge to the Elder of the Pack, to locate the Elder of the Pack, so that we have not laid eyes on her, so we would not be able to recognize her. So you will be leading the vanguard with several of the elders, including Alkalon and myself.
Oh, we won't let you down.
With that, I do believe there is one other task that they will ask. Well, they will ask if you'd like to assist with. I believe Evan is Evan is going to ask you to help with the rite for the fallen cubs that you mentioned.
You would be honored to participate in that.
Of course.
So with that, Victor is like, well, if you are willing, I'll go and introduce you to Evan, because I don't believe you've met him formally yet.
No, I don't think I have.
Is his name really Evan Heals the Past?
That is his deed name, yes.
His deed name. Oh, okay.
So,
Is there any part of our plan tonight that ends up with us in a bar for a drink?
no, but I can arrange for alcohol to become. I
I could use a drink.
I have a few Fianna who owe me some favors.
I
I
could.
could use 2 drinks.
I could. Yes.
Kennedy will walk up to Fia and hand you my flask.
Mm. Bless. Take a swig and hand it back. And I'm gonna stick my tongue out. Ha! It sucks to be straight, guys.
What are you two talking about?
Nothing.
Nothing at all?
Sounds like incest to me.
Try getting better friends.
So, with that, yes, he escorts you back through the party that's currently going on, um, and introduces you to Evan. Uh, Evan is a young man in his early 20s. Um, but as you get closer, he while he appears to be physically about 20, uh, his eyes carry a certain weight of age with them. That he seems like he's lived many, many more lifetimes than just his 20 years should indicate. Uh, he's like, oh, so these are the young pups that uncovered the. I guess I shouldn't say that anymore, should I? These are the young guru who've uncovered the machinations of the Black Spiral Dancers up north.
Yeah.
It was whack.
Yes, uncovered.
Uncharted
we are-
territory.
We are in great debt to you for your aid, and your stories will be told, and you will be given the honor that you are deserved, and well earned, I will say.
Well, thanks.
I do believe you, from what I spoke with some of the other Wendigo, that there is uh, a pack of lost cubs that you found. Is that the case?
I think there is. We encountered them about a day's travel away from here. There were markings at a cairn, at a well, to remember them by. They didn't speak to us, but we could read the markings, and we could see that they had been in battle and with a Bane who had killed them all. I don't know if it's the same as the evil that we're going to be facing tomorrow, or if it's something different. But we told them we would remember them and we would share their stories and not fight them to the death. Or re-death, I suppose.
Oh. I'm very I'm glad that you were able to bring this to us. We have it sounds like they are still at rest and not fully at rest, and I have an acquaintance who will be joining me to see if we can help quell their spirits. I would be honored if the four of you accompanied us.
I made a promise to tell their stories. I would be happy to be there.
Excellent. And with that, he kind of raises his hand and waves over, and with that, Lucius waves over, and as a young man walks over, looks like he's in his late 20s, wearing a jean jacket and pants. Very much looks kind of rugged and outdoorsy. He's like, Evan, are these the young ones? And he's like, yes, they are. And he's like, excellent. And kind of looks over at Fia and kind of does a little side tilt of his head. Huh.
Yeah.
Greetings. So are they going to join us tonight? And yes. Oh, this is my manners. This is Lucius. He's an ally of mine, or acquaintance of ours from the Sept. He's helped us in a few times. If you would do the honors, and as he does, he's like, if you would please come running with us, we're going to go visit some of our lost ones.
We're going
And as he,
running to visit lost ones.
yes, and as he's like, you should be able to keep up. I have faith in you. And as he shifts up into Lupus, but as he shifts, he has to go up through Krynos and everything. And he takes his form takes a long, sleek, dark form with black fur and long pointed ears, tapered snout. He looks a lot more Anubis-like than wolf-like as he shifts into his lupus form. You immediately recognize he's another Strider.
I'm a shift like ASAP. Be like, who the hell do you think you can't catch? And then take off, but then realize I don't know where I'm going and stop.
And with that, Evan also is like, "Oh, if you wish to join us," and he shifts over to Lupus.
Yep, I'll shift to Lupus and follow.
Okay.
I wonder if I stay buzzed if I shift from Hamid to Lupus. I'm gonna shift and find out.
If you, sorry, I didn't catch the first part of that.
If I stay buzzed from the drinking.
Unfortunately, no, you don't.
Farmer City.
No.
Population Darren.
You need special whiskey. The Fiona can hook you up with that. Killian, you're also going to shift.
Yep, let's go
So-
running.
So as you begin to run, you quickly note that the entire pack is running significantly faster than you ever could before. You're positive Lucius has used some sort of gift to grant you the speed of thought,
But
and as he does, what took you last time a day, which you quickly realize probably is not quite a day's away, but being lost in the snow and the blizzard probably added extra time to that. You arrive at the tree hollow where the pack first encountered the lost ones.
would I have been unaffected by that since I already have speed of thought?
You quickly realize what he's doing, and he's using something to amplify his normal gift, so that the entire pack can use it.
Wow, you guys can keep up. What the hell?
And as you look over at him, he kind of gives you like a little smirk and a little wink. So as you arrive, you slow down a little bit right before you reach the clearing area, and as you do, you shift sideways.
Wee.
As you approach the clearing once more.
Back into the Umbra. Grumble, grumble, grumble.
Oh, Darren. What's the matter?
It's like breaking through a cold soup broth and just.
You know, Riverdale, that's the best way I've heard to describe it so far.
I really don't understand why you have so much trouble with it.
Look,
mean,
I'm,
really.
I'm a physical being. I'm not luminous like the rest of you.
Yeah, I don't know my chakras, my auras.
You know, there might
Yeah.
be more to you than they think is.
So, with that, you reach the clearing area, and as you do, you hear a slow building wind swirling around you, and you hear an uneasy growling from the nearby area as the whole place seems dark. And up ahead of you, the snow swirls again, the remnants of the previous blizzards that have gone through. And as it does, it slowly shifts up and forms into a wolf-like shape with razor-sharp ice fangs and claws.
Oh.
And starts growling as it looks at you.
Why?
We
Why?
said, we said we would tell your story. We have done so, and we're back, having shared it with the elders. And they wish to help you find your rest.
Oh, and as you do, that kind of snarls a little bit, and then kind of sniffs a little bit, and then kind of the ice hackles kind of melt a little bit and back into its fur, and it steps back a little bit and allows you to enter into the little tree area.
Okay.
So, with that, Evan starts forward and is like, and looks over at Kennedy. Viola Docks, correct?
Galliard.
Galliard. Oh, even better. And Fia, you're a Theurge, is that correct?
Look at my watch that I don't have. I think so. Yeah, sounds right.
Do either of you know the Gathering for the Departed?
I do.
She does.
Would you be willing to assist me in performing the rite?
Of course.
And so, with that, Kennedy and Evan begin the preparations for the rite of Gathering for the Departed, which is a memorial rite to honor those who have fallen in battle. And it consists of remembrances and howls and basically a series of type howls and wolf songs kind of dictating and dedicating those who have fallen into memoriam. And the rest of you gather around. And as you do, beginning to start the ritual, you see the spirits are able to slowly manifest, and so it's a pack of 7 of them. And as they all of them finally come out, because you've never seen all of them at once, they all come out and join in the circle, with you. And as you do, you gather from the songs that they had gone up, and they had uncovered some worm activity up north, and so they followed the Banes from the nearby town up north. And as they did, they were ambushed by a pack of malformed, as far as they believe, malformed humans, homids with razor sharp claws and razor sharp teeth that feasted on the heart and flesh of the Guru, causing many of them to be infected and slowly die. And during that, you actually you're actually slowly able to set these Guru at rest. And as you finally finish up the rite, they do all go to sleep and slumber and can move on. Is anyone down any gnosis?
I think we all are. I feel.
Has anyone spent any gnosis?
I don't think I've spent any gnosis.
I have.
Yeah, Fia has. I don't think any of the rest of us have any gifts that require it.
Anyone who's down any gnosis and all remaining willpower have been restored by participating in this ritual. That's right.
Dang.
So all of you are should be back up to full gnosis and willpower now.
Nice.
Yeah, guys, don't be too excited about this. This means we're going to need it for the fight tomorrow.
Hey.
Oh, this is them giving you a save point in a first aid kit right before the boss shows up. I got it.
Exactly.
With one heal pack and yeah.
I'm ready to die.
I want to hear it, mister. I just hand out hero points to people for no reason.
Whoa.
Oh, I am aghast.
Yeah, okay.
Hey, I work for my hero.
Killian here. Someone call him the Wendigo.
I work hard for my hero points, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So with that, you complete the ritual, and you are able to. You've put this poor pack at rest, and you're able to return to the Scepter of the Wolf. By the time you do return, there are more members of the Sept of the Green have arrived. Some members of the Sept of Finger Lakes have begun to arrive. You see members of almost every major tribe around, including Black Furies, Glasswalkers, Got Fenris, Fianna. Um, you have yet to spot any Shadow Lords, though.
What a
Um,
name.
Spooky.
But you do even see a couple Silverfang. So
Well, I'm gonna go over to this.
and the Fianna have brought drink.
Woo!
I
Yes.
guess I'm talking to the Fianna too.
I'm going
And-
to Riverdale.
As you are going over, Ackland's like, oh, yeah, Pack.
Yes.
Quick,
we
one
probably-
moment, please.
Of course.
I have something that we would like to bestow upon you.
Hmm.
And with that, he pulls over a duffel bag and starts reading through it. Inside the duffel bag, he pulls out a few different items. One of them seems to be a bow with 5 rather razor sharp obsidian tipped wicked looking arrows.
Oh.
One of them seems to be a clay jar with you see Fianna glyphs on it. And you see a few other items getting pulled out. We would like to make sure that you're as best prepared as possible for tomorrow's coming battle.
Okay.
And
What
so
are these?
These are what, as you may not have encountered them yet, these are what are known as talons, which are spirit-bound items. Similar to fetishes, except that the spirit has agreed to serve only for a short time. So once expended, they will no longer be. They would need to make another pact with the spirits to infuse them.
So, like, a special sort of thing that required things to get. Is that what this
Think-
is? Does that make sense?
Things on things. On
So
things.
as an example, this, and he pulls up the ceramic jar, has some energy bound into it, and when you use it, you can invoke battle. It's for battle rage. These are known as Bane arrows, which can be used against Banes to do extraordinary damage.
I'm gonna grab that. You're too afraid to go over into the Umbra, so
I can't use a bow and arrow anyway.
I got a lock and shot.
I see.
Well, thank you, elders. We appreciate that. You have
Well-
any advice for us before going into a mass battle like this?
No.
Know what you're going. What are your objectives are. So
I'm gonna go over to wherever the rest of the Silent Striders are.
So what are the talons?
So one of them is the Bane arrows that Fia has claimed. And now these actually were items that I'm slipping in based on the fact that we hit our goal tonight of followers. So these are actually unlocked by our community. So
Thank you,
giving-
community.
Thank you,
Thank
everybody.
you.
they're
It wasn't
actually,
a bad surprise.
No.
no.
Yay.
So
Now you're calling these a talon, but they're also looking for the fifth talon, aren't they? In the mine.
yes. So
Is that a similar concept?
so um so there are yeah, are you gonna actual so these are are talons, which are types of fetishes, which basically mean that they're an item that a spirit has been bound into. In these case, specific war spirits are bound into these, similar to some of the great claves and the various other fetishes. The difference is the talons are short term. It's not a lifelong pledge to serve. It's a short bargain that's been reached. Talons can be made either willingly or unwillingly. The talon that the Black Spirals are referring to is a similar theory. According to legend, there are 5 great elder worm spirits, that are bound throughout the world in various items. These are the 5 great talons of the worm. What's in that? What sort of spirit is bound to them? Only legends speak of. But according to legends, they are monstrous. To rival the great dragons of old and legends of old.
You're not telling me that's a dragon egg in the strip mine, please.
I don't believe so.
Oh, thank God.
Most of those are in Europe.
Oh no.
Great, dragons are real.
Well,
Only in Europe.
there are dragon-like spirits, or spirits that slightly resemble what modern folk think of as dragons.
Like bankers.
So besides the bane arrows, there are also the jar of the jar. Inside the jar, if you look at it, there is what appears to be a thick clay-like substance of a bluish color.
All right.
That could be basically you recognize it as woad.
Oh. Okay.
Druid paint.
Well,
Yes.
sort of, yes. I mean, lots of clans used it, not just druids.
So, your clan, your tribe did not specifically use it a whole lot, but you do know that your neighboring tribe, the White Howlers,
Right.
did. So yes, your tribe is familiar with it and has used it and still does use it. And so does some of the others, like the Geta Fenris in some cases, depending on what region they're from, and so. And you know there are other variations of that too. Yeah.
All right.
That other tribes use in different types of paint that will give different effects depending on what's being worn and how it's being worn. The other thing looks like a small scale. Probably about 4 inches, maybe, long and about 3 inches wide. skill of what you're not quite sure. It is very durable and very tough, and it does seem to have uh, a few glyphs painted on it itself.
Ooh.
So, so that is a that is a worm scale, and that will help protect you, or can be used for protection. And the last item they pull out is a small dagger in a leather hide sheath. But as you pull it out, it appears that the handle and the blade is actually one piece. It's made of bone.
A bone sword.
Boom.
Dagger.
Daggers.
Daggers. They're not the same thing.
Well, Darren, do you want to feel safe or you want to stab people?
You should probably feel safe, Riverdale.
Aw, he does care.
I'm good
He
at
uses to
stabbing.
weigh out my product.
I just straight left you guys. Of all this.
I will take the scales then.
Oh, surprise! The Sand Strider has strode off.
Oh no.
She does that.
Yes. So Killian kind of grabs a couple of the talons, the scales.
I'll take the wogue.
Wow.
Thank you,
Grab-
elders. We really
Thank you.
appreciate this.
Thank
So-
you.
Yeah, I was pretty stoked that I was like, I looked up earlier. I was like, we're at 149.
We're so close.
Yeah,
And now
that's awesome.
it's pretty cool.
Could not
So-
have done that without you guys. I
Yes,
mean,
thank you,
literally, you guys were the ones that hit the button, and awesome.
Because the pack wasn't sure what I was planning, so they're like, I don't know. I'm like, I have an idea. So anyway,
We just assumed we were dying.
I mean, it's the world of darkness. I figured it could go either way.
50-50.
We're all new here besides our
70-30.
storyteller and Kennedy, so we just go off whatever they say.
Yeah, usually I'm a vampire. Nothing this crazy ever happens to them. That's a lie.
Lie.
So with that, you do have time to meander around before the makeshift moot ends. Was there any other NPCs and stuff that you wish to speak to, or anything else you want to follow up on before the pack crashes for the evening?
I mean, much like Fia went off to go talk to the other Striders, Kennedy is not so much necessarily looking for the other Fianna, but she's looking for where the most social activity is happening, where people are telling stories, and probably where there's a fire, and where people are, getting themselves ready for the battle. And she wants to be a part of all of it, and is totally ready to, at least for a night before she's pretty sure she's going to die tomorrow, she wants to drink and to dance and to tell stories and be ready for what's coming.
Meanwhile, I'm over here like, can I just go learn some spirit stuff, guys? None of you are here. I want yeah. Tell me things. Let's go
Tell me
running.
So, yes, and so Kennedy, you wander off. Killian and Darren, is there anything specific you wish to do, or any types of people you're specifically seeking out for?
Aaron is looking for somewhere quiet to brood.
I will follow Darren like a beaten puppy because I don't like social situations.
Aw.
So,
I will grab a bottle of whatever the Fianna brought, and I will take it with me to whatever corner I'm brooding in that Riverdale is following me into.
I'm getting the cups, these red solo cups.
So Fia and Kennedy, when you wander off, as you approach the crowds, there is, you know that there's a little, you know, bravado going on, a lot of joy and celebration, but also with a slight tinge of coming battle and knowing that not everyone will be making it home tomorrow night.
Hmm.
But as the two of you approach the different groups, you cheers go up and you're quickly greeted and pulled and drawn into the groups and celebrate it. One, the battle is they know of the battle and they know of the worm before the worm is striking them because of the information you brought, and also they're celebrating that you've completed your rite. That is a great deed, and they're quite thrilled that you did. And quickly they start sharing stories and talking, and uh, Fia, you end up stumbling into a conversation about the great debate about is the exact nature of these talons and how many are there, and are there truly five, or are there seven, or are there three, and what are they really, and is this truly one of the great ones from Legends or not, and quite debate going on in between that. Leading the big debate is a number of Black Furies, who you quickly find out are Bane tenders, and that they specifically their jobs are to hunt down Banes and destroy Banes, and to also uh, capture and secure Bane ridden items and cursed totems and fetishes and things like that, and basically get them out of circulation.
Uh, just of note, this is probably the first time Fia has ever like been around people, like a big group of people, and not felt totally out of place. So it's probably obvious because it
Yeah.
probably is.
So yeah, and they at no point do any of them push you to be more involved. Um, but you catch them more than a few occasions. They give you the they give pause in the conversation to let you join in if you want, but they won't force it.
Nice.
Um, a couple of them do ask you, "Oh, what did it look like? Can you give us some details and stuff about description and things like that?" But they won't hound you about it. Um,
Hmm.
uh, and with that, Kennedy, as you arrive, they of course, Fiona! And they all, and cheers go up, and alcohol is great amounts of alcohol is consumed. Um, and a couple of them, especially the younger ones, start asking you what it was like, and they start sharing war stories about their rites of passage and where they went. And one of them's like, "Yeah, they threw me in the ship, and the rusted old ship. It turned out to be a boner thing," and he seems rather grumpy about that. As you look over, you see he's got a chain on, and around his chain there's a chain cord, and there's a couple different metal pieces hanging off of it. Looks like they're steel and stuff, but they have various glyphs on them. You recognize a couple of them immediately as Silver Fang house glyphs and stuff. And he's grumping about the the they set me on this thing, and it was boners, and it was rested, and there was no food, and obviously a little pampered pup, and things like that. And they start sharing their war stories and stuff. Um, and there's drinking, and there's dancing, and there's singing, and there's carousing, and a general good time is had by most. Um, Killian and Darren, you have gone off. You found a nice quiet corner. A couple other crew see you, and they do the very polite kind of head nod kind of bit to acknowledge that they saw you, but don't make a point of going over or anything. And,
I'll tip the bottle to them as I walk by.
and you do see a few others that have either gone off by themselves or gone off in pairs, just kind of quietly, keeping together. Um, so it's not uncommon. Each person deals with the coming battle their own way. And you see several groups that are being boisterous amongst themselves, but you quickly kind of spot a couple of them. Like that's obviously a pack. That's obviously a pack, based on their behavior and the fact that they're just keeping amongst themselves, not dispersing too much. Is there anything specific that you guys wanted to talk about or discuss before we?
Fia definitely wants to ask how she leaves with one of them. Like, she just feels like there's more learning she wants to do.
Oh, certainly. I'm from the Finger Lakes Sept. You're welcome to come and study with us. A couple of theaters there if you'd like. I know there are a few other Septs that would probably welcome you to study and to learn.
I would love that, actually. You know, assuming we all live.
Of course we will. We have Gaia on our side.
True that.
True that.
So,
I don't think there's anything Darren wants to talk about. Riverdale, how you doing?
Oh, you know, I'm just trying to drink away the pain. Might not get to drink again tomorrow. We'll see. You ever been in a shootout this large?
Yes, I have. It was in Fallujah, back before all of this werewolf stuff.
Really? I'm gonna pour you more. What were you doing in Fallujah?
I was in the army, doing my job.
So, what do you think our chances are tomorrow with these spiral dancer things?
They seem disorganized, and their leader's willing to kill them to make a point. So, at least we have the element of surprise and the element of cohesion on our side.
You think it'd be better if we just go for the throat and kill the leader?
That's what I intend to do. Do you have my back?
I will be nowhere far away from you. Trust me. You're like the strongest person I know.
I appreciate you saying that.
You're welcome.
But you're pretty smart yourself, pal.
Oh no, that's all self-preservation.
Self-preservation is one of the strongest motivators of human experience in my experience. Wow, I tried to sound. Wow, this stuff's pretty intense.
Dude, we're like 3 bottles of vodka and you're fine.
What?
Yes. You just keep pouring it as you talk. You keep drinking it.
Look, what I know is, as long as you've got the technical stuff, I can handle the muscle stuff.
Hey, that's
And,
easy
like,
enough for me.
And Fia does the magic stuff, and Kennedy does the talking stuff. You see, we all have a part to play in this beautiful pack. You know what? We should call our pack Trail Mix, because we're a mix of a bunch of different guru, and we've been on the trail for our rite of passage.
You know what? As long as I get to be the M&Ms in our trail mix, I think I would like that.
You know what? Riverdale, you are always the M&M. I'm gonna clap him real hard on the shoulder.
You know, that means so much to hear you say that.
You know, Fia would probably say I'm the raisins because I'm shriveled up and nobody likes me.
No, raisins have a
Aw.
place in this world. People low-key love raisins. You know, honestly, I think Fia would probably be an almond. You know, it's acceptable, but it's just in too much shit.
But she likes that natural stuff, right? Are an almonds vegan?
I don't know. Kennedy can be the barcode on the trail mix bar.
Wait, we're a trail mix bar, not a trail mix bag?
Oh, it's still got a barcode on it. That's the vibe I'm getting from Kennedy.
Who's the granola?
Our friendship is the granola.
That's fair. That's what
That's
holds
what
us
keeps
all
us
together.
all together. See,
The real granola was the friends they made along the way.
The granola.
I don't know if it's gonna stick, but you know what? We should tell the others. Where are the others? What's
Oh,
in this stuff?
They're probably making out.
You saw that too?
I saw that. I was jealous of that. I was gonna ask if they could have a third, but you know what? I don't need girls.
Mm, I don't know. I don't know what you mean by that statement, but I'm gonna shut you down right now, pal.
No, I mean I don't need girls right now. Don't flatter yourself, Darren.
Aghast.
Oh, you're starting shit. I don't know.
We're about to get in a bar fight over here.
Won't be much of a bar fight without a bar, pussy. And then we drink our sorrows away.
I was gonna say you guys can probably actually see Kennedy because if there's wherever there is the biggest fire, that's where she is.
I'm gonna throw a stool at her, as much as I've been drinking.
Kennedy, come here.
Kennedy, where are you?
I mean, if you call her, you
Kennedy!
can probably get her attention. But
Kennedy.
Kennedy.
right, yeah, she'll wander over. She has doffed her jacket despite the cold, and she is sweaty and flushed from dancing by the fire and more than a little buzzed. Yeah, what do you want?
We had an idea for a team name.
Sure, whatever. What is it?
Trail Mix.
Trail mix.
Because we're a mix of Guru, and our rite of passage was on the trail.
I'm the M&M.
And Riverdale eats a lot of trail mix.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You know,
You know
Kennedy,
what?
Darren's
I'll tell you
so
what.
happy that you're here at his bar mitzvah and at my quinceanera. I'm just happy we're all here.
If we live through tomorrow, I don't really care what we call the damn pack.
Wow, I love democracy. That's 3 votes to no matter what she votes, right?
That's true.
That's true. We're president.
All right. Well, I'm going to leave you two to whatever it is you're drinking.
Hey, how do you have so much fun all the time? I never have any fun anymore.
That's because you're divorced, Darren.
I'm not divorced. I'm separated.
Ooh, foreshadowing.
I'm gonna hit you with a bottle, Riverdale. Melissa says we're gonna work it out.
It's
That's what I said to Jenny in the 5th grade. You don't see me here with her eating crayons.
life is short, life is fleeting, and you have to take the opportunities where you can find them. We might all be dead tomorrow, and if that's the case, then I'm going to live tonight. In
We're not
fact,
gonna die
with
tomorrow.
that in mind, I will talk to you boys in the morning. I need to go talk to someone.
Yeah, I bet you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, she just shoots daggers.
would it be sad if Kennedy died tomorrow? That'd be crazy. I'll be sad.
She's not gonna die.
I'll be sad if any of us die tomorrow, especially me.
I think if you died tomorrow, I'd be the least sad.
Okay, Darren.
Or I don't know. Well,
I was
Fia.
having a good time, but I guess I'm going to my bunk.
With that, Killian staggers off. And Kenny, you're looking for someone in particular, or just in general?
I mean, I figure as things are dying down, I want to find Fia, but
Okay. Yeah. So as the moot winds down, the revelry starts slowing down. And people start pairing off, and packs start gathering together and going off to crash for the evening. You do know that there's lots of formal prep that will be taking place tomorrow. The attack will be tomorrow night. As you make your way through the camp, Killian, you do see what appears to be 5 or 6 dozen tents that have been erected in a very military-like fashion. You see crates of weapons. It looks like the Glasswalkers are coming in fully armed to bear for tomorrow's battle.
Oh, thank God, real support. I'm gonna hobble into the camp. Do you guys have a spare real tent?
Yeah, yeah. You and your pack can crash in that one. And they point to one of the larger size tents.
I think we're gonna need 2 tents tonight.
So, you also know there's a bonus. There's a booster signal tower posted up, so you actually have internet access.
Oh, awesome. I don't want to. I got this little pea shooter, and I see you got a nice crate over there. You got anything that doesn't shoot vegetables that I could borrow for tomorrow?
Yeah, we can sort that out tomorrow.
Ooh, I want to
So-
pass out in the tent.
You get
Would
the pack.
anyone be able to, in my pack, help me go find some of these spirit fish for Sura, since I promised I'd feed him, and if I'm gonna die, I'd like to feed him at least one time.
Okay, so are you going to ask anyone from your pack to give you an assistance? Assist
Yeah.
you with that?
Yeah, I don't know. We didn't have to like do the thing because I have no idea how that works. But I just thought it'd be kind of funny if Kennedy tries to come find me and I'm just like straight up in the Umbra, like trying to feed my cat. Like,
Yeah, so Kennedy is able to find you, and with that, you two are able to join Syrah. Syrah is off stalking through the Umbra, hunting some nearby fish in a nearby stream. And the three of you manage to stalk and hunt and manage to successfully stalk and hunt some spirit fish in the spirit realm. And
yes.
yeah. And he has his little snack. He's full of Bundoses now too. So,
Yay.
with that, yeah, most of the sept has gone to sleep at this point, leaving just a couple of you to find some crash space, either in the cave or at the tent that with the rest of your pack. So, with that, yeah, you call it an evening as you crash. Tomorrow, you get up. You manage to finish supplying what you need to grab, which we will handle before the next game.
Okay.
As far as any of the extra things that you might try to chalk the last Orcus into giving you or loaning you, and shortly after sunset, when the moon during moonrise, the sept makes its assault, and that's what we're going to call it. We're going to call it a few minutes early tonight, just because I want to start fresh with the assault on the strip mine at the beginning of next game. And next game will be our season finale.
Dun dun dun.
As you assault the Grenadier strip mine and try to make sure that the talon of the worm does not get in the hands of the older Blacksfell dancers and awakened. So, with that, a couple other quick announcements I want to make. We do have a brand new podcast show, which is live now, which I'm happy to announce, which is Something Dragons. Is our very own Kennedy is the storyteller for. Or actually, sorry, my bad. I'm in werewolf mode. GM for, as he helps a group of junior high or at least in my opinion, junior high, depending on what region of the U.S. you live in, junior high or middle school, girls discover the joy of role-playing games and specifically Pathfinder. So super excited about that. We also have a new episode tomorrow night of our ongoing Titans Chronicle, which is our monsters and men in capes, 1920s and 30s noir Eminem. It's a Masterminds game.
It's going to be a wild good time. Scooby Gang meets National Treasure, fans of that sort of thing.
That should be pretty awesome.
Steal the Declaration of Independence.
So, only other thing I do want to note is that we were able to unlock those talents tonight thanks to our awesome viewers tonight, and that was super awesome. I'm super excited that we were able to do that. So thank you again for that. And if you do know anyone you think might enjoy our game, by all means, please let them know. Share the word, spread the word. My hopes is that we'll be able to do season 2, depending on our if there's a want for that. So by all means,
If there's
please.
enough of a pack left to do it with.
The need for speed.
Hey, I have no intentions of dying next week.
I have no intentions of dying.
So with that, anyone else have any thing they want to share with the audience before we sign off tonight?
Someone in chat just said, if there's a want. It's fun.
If there's some trail mix left, I like that.
I
There's
was
always room for trail mix.
real quick, just before we sign off, we're going to be, I believe, rating Near Dark Studios. If someone wants to double check that they're online for me before I rate them.
They're
And
not online currently.
oh, that's right. They're going live at 9. That's right.
10.
We can hold off on the raid because I can just have us in like pause mode if people want to hang out for that. But our friends over at Vancouver by Night shared that stream with us, and they also share assuming the person who runs the account messaged me to let me know that their whole goal is to bring all of us World of Darkness people together so we can all hit partner together and be our own little pack at the same time. And I thought that was really sweet, and I wanted to just share that. So if you guys can stick around for the raid, it'll only be about, they said they're going live at 10 their time, or 10 my time, so it'll be in about 8 minutes for whatever. Yeah, so stick around. And also, apparently there will be a demand if there is not a season 2. So just wanted to let you know that I think we're getting death threats now, but I think it'll be okay. So,
Don't bring the angry mob to our door.
well,
Yes. Bring it to somebody else's door. We
Well-
will have an address shortly.
Bring it to our chat, though.
If you're going to visit anyone, like if you're bringing the angry mob to our storyteller, just bring like an AC or something, or some like power generators. That would be nice, considering.
USP is not condoning violence, but we are not above watching any film that is submitted from the mob.
I don't know that I'm comfortable with this.
Content is content, and we love you guys.
Okay, Chelsea, help us out here.
Yeah, but to indirectly, to Sophia's point, we do have a Discord, which you're always welcome to join. We'd love to hear thoughts, suggestions, feedback. We are a youngish stream, so we can always ways we can So if you have thoughts, suggestions, feedback, by all means, jump onto our Discord and share it with us. Or even just old war stories from your own werewolf or vampire games. And for those of us like me who are on the fringes, changeling war stories. Can
I throw out one other crazy announcement?
Yeah.
I just want to let anyone know that if I look tired next week on the stream, it's because I'm going to have another child like in the next week. So
We're adding
It's gonna be Daddy Kennedy instead of Daddy Darren.
Yeah, something like
True.
that.
We're adding to our pack whether or not we wanted to. We'll have 152 little followers with 10 little toes and 10 little fingers. I think those are the right amounts. I'm sorry. I like babies. I'm very happy for, in case you can't tell.
Problem is, all 150 of us have to share the 10 fingers and toes.
I'm
Yeah,
not
I guess-
I'm
That's
not
right.
gonna lie though. At some part, I was hoping that some part of me, and I say this knowing that know that I care and I mean no extra chaos in your life, but kind of wanted Christina to go into labor during one of these shows, and then like, oh no, Aaron has to leave and go have a baby.
Jess wants a Hollywood moment, a Hallmark moment, actually.
What
So-
me?
That's right, guys. Don't support Hallmark unless they sponsor us.
Um, so, the only other thing that, well, not the only other thing, there's always lots of other things, but if all goes according to plan, next week would be our season finale, and the week after that, we are thinking about doing a chat back. So if there are questions about the stream, about the characters, about our backstories, about any of that cool stuff, by all means, go over the Discord and drop those in the Discord. So we'll do any of the chat submitted questions first, and then we'll be doing any of the live stream questions from our audience. But if there's something that you definitely want to know, by all means, we'll be posting about that on the social media and stuff as well, and also on the Discord. Discord's the best way if you have comments or questions or stuff you want to share with us. We're good about catching the stuff on social media, but it's a little easier sometimes to catch the stuff because of time zones and stuff, to catch the stuff on the Discord. At least for me, I'm the oddball out on the West Coast. So
No, I have most of the social media accounts like linked, so I get notifications, and I still find Discord easier. So not that I don't mind commenting on Discord or anything else. So please continue engaging with those, but Discord is just the easiest to see, for
Yep.
sure.
It's on my phone. It's on my computer. If you want to harass me, you can do it on Discord.
Well, I think it's a great place for me to look whenever I don't feel like looking at school without taking too much time. You know, that's too much. Okay.
So with that, is the other has Vancouver gone live yet?
They'll be there in 3 minutes, so we can go ahead and just put it. We can, yeah. If you guys just hang out for 2 more minutes, I
Dos
will.
minutos.
Yeah, I'll start the raid whenever they go live. But we can end our stream and just put us in a little break mode. So we'll just
Sure.
we'll run our ads again, and you guys can look at our pretty ads for 2 minutes.
Yep, you can
So-
check out the information about something dragons.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank you for all your